We are live on the 7 a.m. social. Make sure you join us if you are near your phone, near your computer. You can join us on our YouTube channel, Mercedes in the Morning. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also on our Facebook page, we are streaming everything on the air and off the air, and we love when you join us there. So I mentioned this yesterday briefly, and it's so funny because someone sent me a message on Instagram about it. I mentioned how over the holiday weekend, we went out to LA and we went and saw the Blackpink concert there. But before that, went to my one of my best friends. His mother passed away, and they had a memorial service for her. And so we went to the service at the church, and then after they had a little thing at his home. And the thing that he's always told me about where he grew up in Encino, California, is that he lives in the same neighborhood as the Karate Kid house. And when I say the Karate Kid house, it wasn't really the Karate Kid's house. It was Allie's house from the Karate Kid. And if you saw the movie, you know, when Daniel LaRusso goes to Allie's house to take her out on the first date, and there's like those big steps and like the columns and stuff, and he's like so intimidated. That neighborhood or that house is in my friend's neighborhood, and he would always tell me about that and show me pictures, and I was just like, that is so cool. So as we were getting ready to go to the thing at his house, he goes, hey, just don't forget, when you're driving through my neighborhood, the Karate Kid house, you're going to see it. You're going to drive right by it. It'll be on your left hand side, and it's at the very bottom of the hill. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I am so excited about seeing this place. I don't know why. I was just so geeking out. So as we go, we're driving, and there it is. The Karate Kid house. I thought I got pictures of it. I don't know what happened to him, but I was so excited about seeing this place. So someone messaged me on Instagram when we were talking about it yesterday. They're like, oh my gosh, I saw that same house. I know exactly where it was. I was geeking out too. We actually took pictures in front of the house. Then the people that own it must have hated us. Did you ever go to a place that you saw in a movie or maybe a music video or maybe a TV show? You're just like, I got to see that house, or I got to see that place, or I want to be at the same place that this celebrity was at that I saw they posted on Instagram. Has that ever happened to you? And what was the place? 702-257-9400. You can call us or you can text us at 702-364-9400.
You know, growing up outside of Philly, one of the staples that you do is you go into the city, you go to the art museum, you run up the steps like Rocky. You do the Rocky, you run up, you do the whole thing like Rocky. That's a given. If you're in Philly, you have to do that. If you live in the Philadelphia area, that's something I think everyone at one point or another has done that at least one time in their life. But there was something that we did, Laura and I did when we first started dating. So this was like in 2004. We started dating in 2003. Came out here to visit some friends in 04, 05 or something like that. And do you remember, did you ever watch the reality show? It was called Blowout with Jonathan Antin, who was a hairstylist in Beverly Hills. And it was a reality show about his salon. And he was launching a product line for a men's product line and everything. And we watched that show religiously. So we're out here in Las Vegas. We ended up driving to California to see some friends, and we had to drive by his salon in Beverly Hills to see Jonathan Antin's salon that was featured in the reality show Blowout.
I never saw that show. I never even heard of it. Is he he's famous?
His sister started the Pussycat Dolls.
I know. Robin Antin.
Yes, that's his sister. So Jonathan, the brother, is a famous hairstylist, and this was a reality show. It was on E! Or something for maybe a couple of seasons. And we were just into the show, and we drove by the salon. I'm like, there it is, and he was outside on his phone. We got so excited, like, oh my gosh, there he is. We didn't stop or anything. We had to drive by the salon.
That is so funny. Are we the only people that do that?
I think so.
I think so too. I do that with the weirdest things. I think I've mentioned this before. When BTS was in town, everywhere they went, I wanted to go. So V went to dinner one night V and Jungkook and J-Hope, they went to dinner at Carbone inside the Aria. And they showed pictures of them, and I'm like, I know exactly where that table is. They're in the main room. Oh my God, I was freaking out. And then V tweeted or put on his Instagram a picture of this bottle of wine. And I was like, I screen capped it. I'm like, I'm going to try that bottle of wine. So we went there like 2 weeks later, and I asked the server, I was like, can we order a bottle of, well, first I wanted to know how much it costs. Cause I was like,
yeah, bro.
I was like, hey, do you guys have that V wine? And he's like, V wine. I'm like, the bottle of wine that V from BTS ordered when he came here? He goes, oh my gosh, we're sold out. He goes, every army member came and just completely bought every single bottle. It's like, I'm just curious, how much was that bottle? And I think it was like I want to say like 280 or something like that. Like it was expensive, but I was like, if you're gonna splurge, why not? But it was so funny. He's like, so many people come in and ask us for that V bottle of wine. I just thought it was so funny.
What other people didn't ask like you, and they just ordered and they came like, oh, this is delicious. We're like BTS, and the bill comes like, oh,
$20,000. No, thank you.
We don't have BTS money.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a lot coming up on the show, including that Apple HomePod Mini. A great gift for you, or win it and give it to a friend or loved one for the holidays. That's happening at 8:25. Then don't forget the 9 o'clock hour, 9:40, those tickets for you to go see Pink.
Yeah, no kidding, Kelly. It was expensive. I was like, good thing they were out.
There's a scene in Bring It On, that car wash scene. Do you guys remember that scene where they're like fundraising for like their cheer?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was filmed in San Diego. It was right off of, I don't know if you guys know where Point Loma is, but right up on the other side of Point Loma, there's this island called Shelter Island. And on the way, there's this place called Marlin Club. And in the movie, you can see Marlin Club. I'm like, oh my gosh. So whenever I pass by it, I'm like, oh, that's where Bring It On was filmed.
Oh, that's funny.
They also filmed like a lot of the school scenes at SDSU.
Ms. Mercedes, did you have family down where Breaking Bad was filmed?
Yeah. Well, they know where the car wash is.
Yep.
We've driven by the car wash. We know the neighborhood that the house is, and then the Pollos Hermanos. It's a different restaurant.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The car wash is actually a true functioning car wash, though.
I think it is. Yeah.
That's cool.
Here's
that
the
stuff is
Karate
cool.
Kid house. When we drove by it, we were so excited.
Oh,
wow.
my gosh.
We were like, "Oh my God, there it is!" It was so.
So you
exciting.
got out, or was it from your car?
Sophie rolled the window down and took it. We didn't actually get out.
Drive by.
Kelly, you were in competitive cheer? That's awesome. 19 years? That's amazing.
That's hard. Did you watch Cheer? I love that show.
Sometimes I think about that show when I'm working out, because I do this one move. It's a deadlift on one leg, and then you pull up and you have to balance on one leg. So I'm using my dumbbell workouts, but I can't imagine being those flyers that like have to do those stuff on one leg, and like, I don't know. I don't know how people do those flyers do it.
Did we have her on the show? Who was the coach?
We tried
one
to.
of the cheerleaders.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly was a flyer. Kudos to you, Kelly. I don't know how you guys do it.
I love Cheers and Bring It On.
Which the Cheers and Bring It On?
Yes.
Me too. I really do love that movie.
That is a good one. Bird, it's cold in here. There must be some plurals in the atmosphere.
I love when they remix to what song is that again?
Dun, 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 dun. The jazz hands.
No. The after ice Burr, it's cold.
Oh, ice, ice, ice. Oh,
Uh-huh. And then da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's an old 90s hip hop song.
y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun,
No.
dun, 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 dun.
The other one. I'm gonna look it up. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Clover's gym scene. Yes, Birds cold in here. Uh-huh. Huh? Oh, you too bad. Ice, ice, ice. What song is this? Come on! Give Mercedes!
What is this?
Okay,
What is that song? Dun 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 dun. Oh,
It's gonna kill me.
oh man.
Is it this Jump Up by the Beat Bros? We have it in the system? No. No. This isn't it. No. Oh. Do I have Shazam? Do. Okay. You guys ready? I'm gonna find it.
Oh yeah, Shazam it.
Freeze One Time, DJ Z Trip and Radar.
Oh dang, I never would have got that.
Me neither.
I felt like it was let me clear my throat.
I know. I thought it was Let Me Clear My Throat. You're right. Hold on.
Isn't it? Let me clear my throat.
Yeah, DJ Cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely Let Me Clear My Throat. Yeah. Yes.
It is.
Damn. Here we go now. What's Freeze One Time by DJ Z Trip? That's not it.
Yeah, that's let me clear my throat.
Yeah.
That's funny. I messaged Jay about that LeAnn Rimes song. Did you see that tweet or that text? And then also, well, I'll message you this because
I died. I saw that text and I died because I've told you we played that song in different hours, but it was still on the morning show. And he was like, "That's fine." I'm like, "Okay." Are you messaging it on the screener?
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I was listening and I was like, nothing was done.
Yeah. I even doubt they have a edited version because it's an old song.
I've heard an edited version
Oh.
on another station.
We don't listen to nothing but 94.1.
I know, that's my life.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Really? Oh.
Yeah, so there is one. It's just like it's like blurbed. It's like a remix kind of sound over that part.
Yeah. Is it on our sister station? Because if it is, we'll have it. Okay. I love how we talking.
I could just say no.
No,
It
it's
is
not.
not.
You told them about both songs?
No, I did not tell him about the other one.
Oh, okay.
I just did about the LeAnn Rimes one.
Okay.
Joe Jonas has known a lot of success in pop music and television, but he's had his share of failures as well. In a new interview with Variety, which came out this week, Joe revealed one of his failures. He auditioned for the role of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. He didn't get it. The role went to Andrew Garfield, but he said he had a couple of callbacks. He knew some people involved and he thought he had a solid chance of getting that role, but instead it went to Andrew Garfield.
I mean, I think we can all agree that was probably the best choice at this point, but I think it's cool that he was, shooting for the stars, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be interesting to see if he did get that. How would the Spider universe change if people think about Joe Jonas being the role of Spider-Man? Well, before he was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson was just an average kid getting into average kid trouble. So over the weekend, The Rock decided to right some wrongs by visiting a 7-Eleven that he used to shoplift from as a kid. So as an act of penance, The Rock bought out the store's entire stock of Snicker bars and left them there for anyone to grab for free without the fear of being arrested.
I saw that. I saw the video of him doing it. He used to buy he used to shoplift a Snickers bar every day for a year as his pre-workout meal. And I'm like, he's eating Snickers for his pre-workout meal. Only The Rock could do that. But I feel like that doesn't help. So he bought them now, but that doesn't account for the ones that he stole. So he should have just paid for a bunch of 365 Snickers and then left those ones there for people to buy on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, still give the
It
store.
doesn't pay back what he stole. He just bought them, but then they're still, I don't know. I feel like he needed to do a little more.
He was doing like a good deed for people around him, and he's to make good for what he did back when he was a kid.
Exactly.
And the way the story is written too, getting into average kid type trouble. I got into a lot of trouble, but I just steal every day for an entire year. That's a lot of stealing.
That's a lot of stealing.
That's above average kid type trouble, in my opinion. If someone just started listening to Mercedes in the morning, let's say they moved to town and they're like, hey, what's a good radio show to listen to? And the neighbor's like, listen to Mercedes in the morning. And they started listening. They would think that Mercedes is just like a lifelong huge BTS fan. Like you love BTS. That's your thing. But the thing with Mercedes, you've got range when it comes to music.
I do.
You do have a lot of range.
I go through phases, but yeah.
One of your favorite. What is this? Would Metallica be a phase, or you still like Metallica?
I like them. I like them through osmosis. My husband loves them, so it sinks into me
now
because he loves them so much.
Well, has the osmosis worked with Matt too? Is he into BTS and did not pick up on Alanis when he first started dating?
No, not really. It doesn't work the other way. He doesn't really like my music. He likes some of my hip hop music, actually. It was so funny. We went out with some friends for dinner we went to the Golden Knights game and we out to dinner, and we may have consumed a couple of beverages. And so Matt was our designated driver, and we're driving home. And one of the guys we're with, he's like, let's listen to some hip hop. We're like, yeah. And he goes, I want to hear In Too Deep. We're like, what? Back to the Hotel. Remember that?
I do. Probably if I heard it.
Oh my gosh. We were driving, listening, like singing this ridiculous song. My poor husband must have been so annoyed with us. It was so bad. But back to Metallica. Sorry.
Well, that should be like a segment, Tales of the Designated Driver, the stuff you had to put up with, because
that poor guy.
Laura's she's given up alcohol for a little bit, and so she's now facing some of those situations. Same thing on Thanksgiving. We're all having some drinks and stuff, and she's the sober one watching over the group. And I think that takes a very special person, saint-like qualities.
Well, yeah,
times.
but and then they're so annoying. Everyone's so annoying. It's just I'm annoyed thinking back to how I was that night.
Well, going all the way back to Metallica, they just announced their 12th studio album. It's called 72 Seasons, and they got a new song out. It's called Lux Eterna. I might be saying that wrong, but it's a new song that just came out. So here you go, Mercedes, your brand new Metallica. That's very Metallica-y.
That is their sound.
Yes.
That is their sound.
That's Metallica right there.
But do you have the not so new Back to the Hotel?
Steph was looking for it. She says, nope, not in the system.
Really? Our sister station doesn't play it? I'm shocked.
She doesn't. Was looking for it. We talked about some of this stuff earlier, but I want to hit a couple different ones. Rolling Stone put together a list of the 50 worst decisions in music. Here's some other ones that made the list. Kanye West interrupting Taylor Swift back in 2009. That was number 6 on the list.
Only 6. That was pretty bad.
That was real bad, yeah. Ja Rule investing in the Fire Festival.
I think anyone who invested in the Fire Festival was bad, not just Ja Rule.
Number 9, U2 basically forcing Apple users to receive their Songs of Innocence album for free.
I remember I was just like, how do I take this off of my phone? I don't want this.
You and the rest of America. Bono even said, man, I'm so sorry, everyone. Ashley Simpson, when she was lip syncing on SNL.
Yes, that was a bad one.
That's number 15. Number 13, remember when Garth Brooks became Chris Gaines?
Yeah, and he had like that weird haircut. He looked like Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls. Like,
yes.
What was he trying to accomplish there?
And then one more, when Ticketmaster introduced their dynamic price system or pricing system, which they just did recently. That's number 43 on the list.
That I'm not a fan of that.
I
know a lot of the artists do like it though, because that's instead of putting the money in the scalpers' pockets, it's putting the money in their pockets, which is well deserved if they're in that much demand. But it just really sucks if you just want to buy a ticket to a show and you don't have $2,000 to pay for it. It really sucks.
With Taylor Swift, isn't that where the StubHub is the ticket scalpers, right? That's where there's people that are selling them. For you were to sit Taylor Swift when she comes to town. Hey, good luck getting a ticket. But secondly, the ones on StubHub, we talked about it yesterday. You're talking 400 level back of the Allegiant Stadium for $450 a ticket.
Well, with the dynamic pricing though, that's after the dynamic pricing. So there's even more of a market. So with the dynamic pricing, it sees the demand and here are the ticket prices, but then there's high demand. So Ticketmaster's like, oh, instead of $165 a ticket, let's make it $230. Like so they keep raising the prices. Then the scalpers come in and then they take it and then they raise the prices and it just gets to be way too much.
The whole snowball effect. Next hour, 8:25, we're doing heads up, and when you win it, we have that Apple HomePod Mini for you. It's Mix 94.1.
I put Back to the Hotel hook in.
Oh,
No, we didn't have it. I had to edit it because any songs or music in libraries from our sister station we no longer have access to in Wide Orbit. I have to go through Audio Finder and then I have to export it into Wide Orbit. But when we had that upgrade, before the update, we had access to everyone's.
Yeah.
And now we don't. We only have access to our station. So
That
it's like another
stinks.
extra process.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
We're all in the same building. Let's have access to each other's stuff.
Yeah.
We'll go out of traffic here because we got late.
Want to talk about a Christmas card?
Yeah, the whole thing.
I just got my informed delivery and I see I have a Christmas card in the mail today.
Oh,
from
you do?
someone. It's early too.
Can you see the card itself, like with the picture?
No, it just says I can see. Well, yeah, I can't show, but it's like it shows the envelope, and then in the return it says the family who's sending it, and they're like their return thing is all it says Holly Jolly Christmas on it, so I can tell it's a Christmas card. Jan, I brought your hat today. I have it.
From Charleston down to Sahara. In the northwest, 95 southbound flushing from Cheyenne to Rainbow Curve. 250 eastbound Craig, approaching that stop sign at Centennial Parkway. Injury accident in North Las Vegas on eastbound Craig, approaching I-15. East side wreck, eastern at Vegas Valley, and westbound Sahara at Sandhill. In the northwest, Rancho at Gowan. Mitch Kelly with your time saver traffic.
If you pay or are still paying the cost of COVID-19 funeral, you may qualify for up to $9,000 from FEMA to cover your expenses. Just call 844-684-6333 or visit FEMA.gov/funeral-assistance.
Here we go. Now back to Mercedes in the morning.
The first thing I turn on when I wake up.
The best on Mix 94.1.
Tell me if you think this is a bad idea. Should I take the year off of Christmas cards? This is do people still do Christmas cards? I know some people do because I get them and I love getting them. But I think I want to take the year off. I do them every year. We do I have to design the card. I have to make sure we have either, not necessarily a photo shoot, but someone take our picture or take a picture from our summer vacation or whatever and put together. And I'm really behind this year. And I was thinking about it this weekend. I'm like, I think I want to take the year off from the Christmas card, but I have a fear in doing so. And before I tell you what that fear is, do you think it's okay to take the year off? What are your thoughts on the Christmas card?
We're going out to take photos on Sunday.
You are? So you're going to do it?
Yeah, I feel like we didn't do it last year. Or if we did it, Laura put something together that I didn't know about and sent out. I'm not sure if we did it last year, but every year prior, same thing. You got to set up the situation. We have the horses and dogs. They got to get them all there together. And you have the friend come out and take a couple of pictures. They got to design the whole thing and then send it out. And you always send some out and someone changed their address. And a week later comes back in your mailbox. Like, oh my gosh, I got to get so-and-so's correct address. It's a process to send it out. That being said, on the other side, I'm like you. I love getting them. And actually our refrigerator is nothing but Christmas cards of friends with their kids and stuff. And so I look forward to it. Good friends of ours, the Tassies, they got a couple of kids. They send out a card every year. I get that card. I take down last year's card. I put up the new card. So I see their faces and their kids' faces every single day. And that I do like.
My fear in not doing it anymore is that I will be taken off people's Christmas card list because they'll remember and they'll be like, she didn't send us one last year, so we're not going to send her one next year. And I don't want that to happen. I want to let them know we're just taking the year off. We will be back even better next year. It's just like when you take a gap year in college, from high school to college. It's like, I just need to find myself. I need a break. I need to reset, and we will be back ready, good to go next year. Right now, we can't do it. I just think that too much is going on with us, and I don't have time to set it up and put it together. But who still sends Christmas cards? Are you done with it? I have some friends that I haven't seen a card from them in years, but they stay on my list. I still send them cards. And I do notice, I'm like, well, we don't get a card from them, but I'll keep sending them one. It's fine. What do you guys think? 702-257-9400. What's your stance on the holiday cards? And if you want to text us, you can text us at 702-364-9400. And then also, like the postage, and then who's gonna put them in the envelopes? And
the licking. I'm the licker.
It's just all that stuff. It's like there's just so much into it that goes into it, and I just don't have the energy this year. But I'll do it next year.
But what if you did sending out something this year, letting people know that? Like, hey, from Mercedes and family, just a heads up, we'll be back next year. You send out reminder cards that your Christmas cards will be coming next year.
Then I might as well just send the Christmas card, right?
Photos,
if I'm going through all that.
I dread the photo shoot, like the whole thing. Like, can't we just buy a card that just says, it's a nice tree or something?
Yeah, I have tons of those cards too, because I don't give photo cards to everyone. Sometimes some people, like, I just give them to the people who I think want to see them. If I don't think you really care about the family card, I'll just give you a regular card and I'll be like, have a Merry Christmas. I still love you, but I just don't think that they care about seeing the family as much as other people care. You know what I mean?
You ever get a card and not know who it is? Because Laura gets a lot of cards from coworkers that I don't know. And something will show up. I'm like, open it up. I'm like, who is this? He's like, oh, that's a coworker so-and-so. I'm like, okay, cool. Nice family. She's like, yeah, good people. I'm like, right on.
We got one a few years ago. And it was this beautiful family, and it was handwritten, addressed to us. And the name escaped me. I was like, I don't know who this beautiful family is. I'm looking at it, and I'm like showing my husband. I'm like, who is this? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, the guy looks familiar, but we couldn't tell. For a week, we're trying to figure out who this is. I'm looking them up on Facebook. I'm like, what the heck? Then I realize it is the guy that cleans our pool. I only see him in a hat. I never see his face. I've never met his family. I only know him by his company name. I know his first name, but I didn't recognize the last name because we only call him by his first name. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Bob. And he's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even recognize him. What a beautiful family he has. We couldn't believe it. I felt so bad.
That's just Bob wears a hat all the time. He's out there in shorts,
He's wearing
maybe.
long sleeve shirts. I didn't realize he had some tattoos on his arm. I was
Beautiful
like,
wife and kids.
wow, Bob looks great. I had no idea. I've never seen him out of like pool cleaning attire.
Like, you got to be holding like the pool skimmer or something to recognize.
There's
It's Bob.
clue.
We've got next hour, first off, that Apple HomePod Mini for you at 8:25. And then also it's Tuesday. So we got Try It Tuesday coming up right around 8:15. And up next is the Hot 3. What do you got for us?
You need to throw this away today. We're going to tell you what it is. Also, a new study says eating this could be the key to weight loss. I'll tell you, it's the last thing I would have ever guessed. We'll tell you what it is. And you may have heard this story over the weekend. There was a cat found in someone's carry-on luggage. We have an update on what happened with this cat and why he was in the carry-on luggage to begin with. It's all coming up next in the Hot 3.
More Mercedes in the Morning coming up.
When I wake up.
I love these guys. On Mix 94.1.
You know what? I can surprise the heart.
Yes, Kelly, it's expensive. Whole process, getting the photos, picking them out, mailing them. Anyone do the Christmas letter? I get some of those from friends that I haven't seen in a while, give me the update on their lives and everything that they do. Hello.
Your studio is still on.
Oh, thank
Try
you.
it Tuesday.
Did you go look at them?
I do.
Yeah. Is it because of the stuff? I don't know. It's just,
I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah,
I
but-
felt it and I was like,
yeah.
don't know.
I touched it last night. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. Yeah, it's cute. Real cute. No, yeah, Kelly, I got a friend that sends a Christmas letter every year. It's my buddy Jake. There's all the updates of what his kids are doing. They're in school. With Facebook and everything, you kind of keep tabs on your friends, but they still send out the Christmas letter. You ever get one of those, Steph? A Christmas letter?
A Christmas letter? It sounds like someone's out at war
No, it's like
during the Christmas time.
Kelly says, let me see, only seen the movies, but it's like just a letter, like explaining everything you did over the past year. Like, oh, it's been a great year. You know, I did this and Laura did that. If you have kids, you know, Tommy entered the first grade. And I have a buddy that sends one out every single year, the Christmas letter.
Shut up. Handwritten.
No,
Letter.
it's typed.
It's typed.
It's like a newsletter he sends out to everyone.
Oh, a newsletter?
Yeah.
Wow. Hi, everyone. Back in January. Starts every month.
It's like 300 pages is the whole book.
Oh,
Then in
man.
February, I forgot it was Valentine's Day. It was quite amusing when I came home with no flowers.
Wife was upset, but I made it up to her later that night. Like, wow.
February 15th, a little sore from the night before.
Oh, my God. I'm cleaning out those SF2s still, JC.
Yeah. How many have you
Some
done?
stuff that we have is so random.
Really?
We have random stuff in our library. I mean, like drops from like, what is this for?
Like show drops or just random drops?
No, random drops, like celebrity drops or like, what's dilly dilly? Let's
Dilly
listen to
dilly? Is it a clip of someone or something?
it. It's Trump saying dilly dilly.
Really?
We have the weirdest stuff in our system.
Well, we used to for the pre-show check-ins. Everyone a lot of people that checked in had their own sound effect. So
Oh.
it'd sit there, and Mercedes would say the person's name, and I would try to find that person's sound effect. Like we had an Elizabeth that checked in all the time, so it was a little clip of Randy Savage saying Elizabeth, and then there was wasn't there Captain Hawkeye or Captain Hawk, so a Hawk sound effect when he would check in.
I deleted all those.
We haven't done them in a few years, but I remember Mercedes would say the name. I would quickly trying to find the sound effects. And then we had people like we meet at Bite of Las Vegas, like, hey, I check in. Can this be my sound effect? I'm like, sure. It just got to be way too much.
That is a lot. There's one that I was going to delete, but I'm going to save it. I'll type it in what it says. Wait, where is it? Where is it? I won't play it because it's not timely anymore.
Putting on the
I'll put it on the screen. Okay. It's Mercedes saying this.
you put it on the call screener?
Yeah, I'm going to. It takes a second.
Oh. that was a source of
I don't remember why I said that.
It was I think it was when I used to do producer's notes. I took you saying the first part of it and you saying the second part and put it together for producer's notes.
Like I didn't really say that.
You didn't actually say it. I just made it sound good. Yeah.
It sounds great. Great editing, JC.
Yeah, I would take. I think that and that and married it together and for producer's notes.
Well, now I would really say it.
That's why it's kind of timely, so I left it in.
Remember we did the bit where we let each other take over, like for Radio Truth Today or something. The loser had to give their Twitter account to someone for an hour.
Yes, and I would tweet stuff from your account.
Yeah, and then I do something. I have your account once, and I did something pertaining to that person.
Maybe.
And they got butthurt.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, they were always butthurt about everything.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Did he go to HR?
No.
Okay, good.
Not that I know of, but
Yeah, probably without us knowing.
I put a piece of paper in your studio, Mercedes, for Try Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
I think it's in I put it on your right side.
Oh, got it.
Like, what's JC singing acoustic?
Have I told you lately?
Oh my God.
Can you hear this?
Have I told
Yeah.
you no one else above you? Fill my heart with gladness.
Keeping that one.
What is that? Are just drops, show drops?
Yeah, drop JC singing acoustic.
It's probably headphone karaoke or something.
Mm.
Did you find the Harry Belafonte one?
I don't think so.
Harry Belafonte.
Don't drop it. Don't delete any of the Mercedes one.
Oh, I don't. I'm not. But that's why I'm like coming to you with those random celebrity ones. Like, what are these?
Do you ever get those Mercedes from friends? You stepped out for a second. The Christmas, the letter, like a friend give me an update of everything that's going on in their life.
A couple of them. I mostly like the older people, like a guy my dad used to work with. He always sends me one. I'm like, oh, thank you. But I actually like it. I like to find out what they did that year. I wish I had the time to write something like that.
My friend Jake sends one out every year.
I like those.
It is time consuming.
Yeah.
Can you believe December's on Thursday?
I know.
That's birthday, right?
Yep.
Wow. Big 33, right?
Yep. Yeah, he wishes.
He's I feel like such a child like spirit though.
Yeah, he is like a kid at heart for sure. He's
Big
he
kid.
He doesn't age really. He doesn't hardly have any gray hair. Like I don't think he has any gray hair. It's crazy. He's yeah. He is like a kid. He's my third child.
He's your firstborn.
Yeah.
He's your firstborn.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's time for the Hot 3 on Mix 94.1.
The Hot 3, it's brought to you by attorney Paul Powell. More lawyer, less fee.
If you haven't frozen any of your Thanksgiving leftovers, you're going to have to wait to chow down until next year because federal health officials say that the Monday after Thanksgiving is the last day to safely eat refrigerated food following the holidays. So if you have any left, it's time to throw it away. The good news is food that was in the freezer prior to yesterday can be safe to eat indefinitely, but the quality obviously is going to decline over time. The USDA says frozen leftovers begin to lose moisture and flavor within 2 to 4 months. So throw away your leftovers, people.
The most I would ever go when we did Thanksgiving at our house would be like Saturday afternoon. Like after Saturday, I'm like, yeah. One, I'm sick of eating this stuff. But then secondly, in the back of my mind, I'm like, that's too long. Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday in the fridge, long time.
I felt like we would go maybe up until Sunday, or it wasn't like the full meal, but okay, turkey sandwich or a bowl of mashed potatoes or something like that.
Mashed potatoes for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's the best. Speaking of potatoes, though, this is amazing to me. Most new diets come with all these complicated rules, a list of what you can and what you can't eat, but this one is simple and it's delicious. A new study claims that simply eating potatoes could help you lose weight. Now, potatoes, they do have some vitamins and nutrients, but that isn't really the point. The idea is that potatoes are low in calories and filling. So eating potatoes could mean that you just don't eat as much. During the study, they replaced portions of people's meals with potatoes, mashed potatoes, potato wedges, potato salad, scallop potatoes. One researcher said people tend to eat the same weight of food regardless of calorie content in order to feel full. By eating foods with a heavier weight that are low in calories, you can easily reduce the number of calories you consume.
Well, so last hour, you're talking about a way to look young was to just like be a giving person, right?
Yes, and be empathetic.
Be empathetic. So then this Hot 3, talking about the potato diet, we're on to something. Be kind and eat potatoes, and that's all you got to do in life.
I want to believe this, and I'm sure these researchers are smarter than I will ever be. But you're telling me that eating scallop potatoes will help people lose? Really? I mean, in comparison to what? An entire pizza? Like, I don't. It does not make sense to me. I don't get it. I will avoid potatoes most of the time just because they're so starchy, and it's just like, oh man, too much potatoes, no good. But now you're saying that because they're just heavy and dense it just so I could eat a bunch of French fries and lose weight. Is that what you're saying? I don't believe it.
It's a weight thing, is what they're saying. So if you
Yes.
normally have 6 ounces of salmon for lunch every day, and you replace that with 6 ounces of mashed potatoes every day, you're not going to put on weight.
That it helps you lose weight because there's less calories in the 6 ounces of potatoes than there is in the 6 ounces of salmon or whatever.
That doesn't seem like. I feel like salmon would have less calories than potatoes, though. But I guess potatoes are. I don't know.
How many calories?
This is just. Can you put
in
butter on it?
6 ounces of salmon. Okay. So salmon, 6 ounces of salmon, 354.
Okay.
Okay. Potatoes. 154.
Get out of here.
What?
This is just the regular, just baked potato, just potato raw, or mashed
A
potatoes.
6 ounce white potato or red potato has 154 calories. A 6 ounce white potato has 163 calories.
We're doing it all wrong.
Whoa. This is going to be the best Christmas ever. Potatoes, all potatoes. Oh my gosh.
What's for dinner? Potatoes,
This is-
Mom. We want some meat.
This is insane. There's just so much more to it though. There's other like nutrients and proteins and stuff that you need for your muscles. So I'm not advocating this as a diet, but I'm just giving you the information. Do with it what you will.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
This is actually, hold on. Oh my gosh. Someone just texted us. Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller lost a whole bunch of weight from eating nothing but potatoes. He actually has a book out about
No
it.
way. And he lost a little. He looks great.
Oh, this is crazy. Okay, I'll move on.
Well, I'm not moving on. Hold on a second.
If anyone wants to talk more about potatoes, I'm so down to talk about it. But this is amazing.
Okay, so sweet potato fries, 6 ounces. There's 450 calories.
Yeah, but your sweet potatoes have a lot of sugar.
So just talking straight plain
yeah,
potatoes.
just
Okay.
potatoes. Yeah. Okay. Finally, this morning, there was a cat that was found in a piece of luggage at JFK Airport in New York City over the weekend, and that cat is home safely in Brooklyn. Smells the cat was found by TSA agents in a suitcase last week, bound for Orlando, Florida, and it turns out that Smells didn't even belong to the passenger whose bag they were in. How did this happen? We're just finding out. His owner says he crawled into their house guest suitcase while she was at work. And luckily, and then when she packed up, she didn't realize the cat was in there.
Oh my gosh.
Luckily, agents spotted him while the luggage was being x-rayed. The kitty got to enjoy a Thanksgiving meal at home after his adventure, but you didn't notice that the bag weighed a little more? Like, I guess
And it didn't move around?
no, it just was laying there. You know how cats can be.
It's lazy.
I was like, this is very comfortable.
But when they ask you, have your bags been unattended at all or out of your possession at all? No, they haven't. Why is there a cat in your bag? Oh, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, I leave my bag unattended at my mom's house. I guess a critter could crawl into it when I'm not
Just a
noticing.
squirrel.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here in the 8 o'clock hour, a couple things going on. First off, we have that Apple HomePod Mini. That's going to be yours when you win Heads Up, which we do right around 8:25. And right before that, we have Try It Tuesday, and I'm excited. This is going to be a first for me.
This is really cool because this is a two-parter. We're gonna try one thing and then compare it to the other thing. There's a common bond there. And so we're going to see if item number 2 lives up to item number 1. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it may take you back to your childhood. We'll tell you all about it coming up next hour with Try It Tuesday.
Broadcasting live from the Finley Chevrolet Studios. This is KMXB FM and HD1 Henderson, Las Vegas.
Let's do a potato diet for Try It Tuesday.
I'm down.
I love potatoes.
I wonder what it entails though, as far as the potatoes. Like they can't be fried or in too much
It
oil.
said they replaced them with scalloped, mashed. Maybe it's like, yeah, the fried, but it's just like the weight of them just makes you feel fuller longer. So you don't eat as much. I could even eat just like a baked potato with a little butter and some sour cream, and I'd be totally fine with that.
That sounds good.
Or with cottage cheese. Do you guys like cottage
Ooh, I
cheese?
love cottage cheese. I've never put it on a potato before. That
Oh,
sounds
you
really,
have it?
it sounds like
Oh.
a healthier way of putting sour cream on there.
Mhm. And you get the low fat one?
Yeah, that sounds really good. Or I've done yogurt before.
On a
Like
potato?
yeah, just regular plain yogurt, and that's pretty good. That's a good substitution for sour cream.
Oh.
Well, I guess we'll sign off because we'll be back for Try It Tuesday. I think you guys will like this one. I'm actually really excited. It should be kind of good. So see you in a
Yes.
few.
Bye.
Bye.